Ladder Championship Saturday is here on Classic Candlepins from Amesbury, Massachusetts. I'm Kyle Bruce, he's Frank Face, and we're again going to provide the expert commentary and the breakdown for this championship match. Frank, last week we saw Keith Beaupre throw 349, and he advances to this ladder championship. And this week he's going to face the #1 seed from Woburn, Massachusetts, Nick Norcross.
That would be Nick Norcross, better known as Eagle in the Candlepin bowling community.
Yes.
Nick, as we said, from Woburn, Massachusetts, holds a 127 league average, high single of 210, and high triple of 456. I believe Nick is around 23, 24 years old, so this certainly affords us the opportunity to appreciate the youth of Candlepin bowling.
Of course. I mean, that's 210. It's a pretty big number, and he's going to face the man who's in his second consecutive week, our #2 seed from Lynn, Massachusetts, Keith Beaupre.
This is Keith Beaupre again, a young bowler. He's a fireballer, Kyle. He throws a really hard ball, holds a league average of 123, high single of 192, and his league, or his high triple rather, is 461.
So both of these guys capable of throwing the big number.
Absolutely, and I think that's what we can expect to see.
Right. This will be a great match, the 5th ladder championship match in the young history of Classic Candlepins. Keith Beaupre going against Nick Norcross. We'll talk to you in the post-game show, and we hope you enjoy the match.
Welcome everyone to the Classic Candlepins 5th ladder series. This is the championship match. We have Nick Norcross against Keith Beaupre. Nick being our #1 seed.
Keith being the #2 seed, so they've just gone right up the whole ladder through the whole series.
Yes. Keith up to the line now. I'm joined here with Scott Moore.
And I'm happy to be here with the legendary, incomparable Frank Face.
Wow, that's textbook. That's fantastic.
Well, I had to dig into the dictionary for incomparable.
Incomparable, yes. Keith Beaupre throwing his signature fireball. Will be open in the first. Starting with an 8 box.
A little slow to get going, unlike last time. Last week he started out like a house afire with, if I recall, I think it was 5 marks in a row to get started, or 4.
I believe it was 4, Scott.
And is it going to go?
The only pin left standing is the head pin. Got a piece of wood behind it. Could be a factor, Scott.
Yes.
But
he plays out far enough. I would just go to the pin.
Well, of course.
Just like that.
He does.
That would be the way I would play it.
Keith has his first mark of the match. Up to the line now is Nick Norcross, bowls out of Woburn. Owner of a 210 high single. League average of 127. High triple of 456. He's a bit off target there. Nick is a lefty, Scott. Throws a bit more of a traditional ball.
I noticed that.
Yeah. He's through the middle.
I would have made lefty jokes already, but I noticed that somebody else around here is a lefty, and I was trying to be considerate.
Well, I formerly was a lefty.
You're formerly a lefty.
Well, when I had two arms that worked.
Ah, yes.
Now only one of them works. I'm not very good with that arm, so.
You can always do like Rocky and turn around.
Yes.
Fight right-handed because the eye went bad.
Well, I am an Italian stallion.
Yes,
so.
there we go.
Nick's open in the first, 9 blocks. He's got a split on lane 6.
2-4-6. Nice try. Got in the middle of the 2 and the 4, but needed to be a little bit thinner on the 2. Just missed it.
So 2 9 boxes leaves about 18 after 2. Our number 2 seed steps to the line. Keith Beaupre.
The future of Candlepin bowling up on these lanes.
Yes,
right here.
both of these guys are quite young. Early 20s, I want to say.
And both great bowlers already in their own right, and nothing but better ahead, I hope, for both.
Yes. A big
Keith
ball
with
there
a big
for a strike.
Strike on spare.
That's the way you want to fill them.
Absolutely. Doesn't get any better than that.
No. So as he steps over to lane 6 now, filling a strike, the first of 2 bonus balls. On the head pin.
And everything but the 5.
It's amazing how fast he throws, Scott.
My lord. It's amazing he can throw that fast and hit what he's aiming
Yes,
at.
the accuracy is key.
I could throw that fast and I'd probably put it through the back wall. That is assuming that my arm didn't go flying down the lane with it, you know?
I was going to say that's our first concern.
Yes.
So Keith slides by the 5 pin for a 9 fill in the strike. And again,
56 through 4.
so Nick Norcross looking for his first mark.
He's just left of the head pin again. 1, 3, 6, 9, and 10. Piece of wood that's tucked in there between the 3 and the 6 might help out.
A little heavy on 1.
Yes. Throw in the pocket on that one, but just missed it. Nice 10.
And there's the element of pinning, Scott.
We've talked about it before.
Countless times.
Yep. Pinning is the name of the game.
Yes, despite being early in the match, it's always important.
Absolutely. I've seen more than my fair share of matches over the years where somebody has been pinning well, and then they get hot late in the 3rd string, and it's just enough to put them up and over by that 1 or 2 pins.
Oh yeah, and we've seen it actually here in our ladder series before. What a big bit there by Nick.
Absolutely. Nice
Big
bit.
5 lead. Where Dave Chesterco threw a 170 game to catch up with Ryan Fuller, one of our previous ladder series. Ryan Fuller Jr. for that matter, and you can probably see him standing in the background somewhere. So an 8 box for Nick Norcross gives him a 36 pin total. He's down 20 to Keith Beaupre. Bit of a bounce there, but
a little bit of a skip lob. He hit the foul line. Still legal delivery though.
Oh yeah, and not a bad result.
Nope. Time you hit the head pin and leave a nice simple 2-pinner. Goes like that, nice and easy.
And I think maybe our director Mark Ricci could take a lesson in that one. As we know, he loves the 2-pinners. He's showing us a 1-pin. Oh, there's a 2-pinner right there. We get the 2 pins.
Another drop on the foul line there. 6 in the fill though.
Puts him at 72.5. It's off to a good start, Scott.
I like it. Oh, right through the middle.
Just off his target there. Two, 4, 6, 10, still standing.
Again. You got that strike ball working, but
yeah,
there's nothing there.
He's it's going to leave him a little frustrated, but he's got a comfortable lead at this point in time.
Well, it gives an opportunity for Nick here to start making up some ground.
Absolutely. And he does with the big 9 drop. Leaves the 10 pin.
Spare leave there.
And obviously you'd want to go right at the pin, Scott, but he does have a nice little guide.
Absolutely.
There's a
You can
misdelivery.
see the pin, shoot the pin, but we got the wood anyway.
Yes.
It all looks the same on the score sheet.
That is true, and Nick Norcross finds his first mark of this match.
We'll reserve judgment on the left-handed ball, making that work.
Don't hate.
No hating.
And he's through the middle for the fill.
Spread eagle.
Gives him a 50 half.
I saw him in the roll-off. I think he made a spread eagle for a spare.
Well, yeah, you'll
In
be
the
happy to
roll-off.
know that his nickname on the pro circuit is Eagle.
Eagle.
That is his nickname. Nickname being no pun intended.
So is that because of all the ones he leaves or all the ones he makes?
I think so. I think it's because of all the ones he leaves, particularly on fills.
Well,
It's his trademark.
It's still a sign that he's hitting the head.
That is true. He's
You know.
always on the object pin. Keith Beaupre on line 7. Checking his hands there because he's realizing that he's bouncing the ball a little bit.
He needs to get the ball out in the lane just a shade more. Anytime he hits that foul line, anytime anybody hits that foul line, all bets are off as to what happens with the ball. That's better.
Smoother ball that time. Still has the 1, 2, 7.
1, 2, 5.
1, 2, 5, 7, 8. Yes, thank you.
Oh, that's okay. You get those sleepers hiding in the back there. Nice out.
So a good out for a 9-box puts him at 87 through 7.
Looks like he's kind of struggling trying to find that release point on the ball and not drop the ball on the foul line. Kind of trying to get the ball out over the foul line and still be able to find the range on the head pin again.
Yeah, I'm sensing the same thing, Scott.
He dropped it, actually got it on the foul line that time and ran right on him. It's 10.
So 10-box puts him at 97 after 8. Scott, this is certainly an opportunity for Nick Norcross to pick up some ground here. Because, and you don't want to give Nick that chance because he's certainly capable of achieving it.
Absolutely. Oof. Nick punching out the Worcester on the left side. No, you can't give up any ground early in the match, later in the match.
At any point, really.
Exactly. There's no defense in this game. It's all offense, and you just got to keep pouring it on. And Nick's trying to find his range right now.
What an out. I bet he's wishing he threw that one first.
I would have been. It's a great ball, and when he gets on the head pin, he's really tough to stop. Oh, the other side now.
You just have to stick with it.
That's it. Keep working it out. We're only talking a matter of inches over a 60-foot distance. Probably the single hardest form of bowling in the world. Is
I'd
what
agree.
These guys are doing right here.
That's what makes it so great.
It is.
So 9-box puts Nick at 78 after 8. The difference of 19 pins in Keith Beaupre's favor.
It's up on alley 7. There's his head pin ball.
Great ball there.
Wood will stay out of his way, so he's got a clear shot. Nothing worse than when that piece of wood swings around just a little bit more, and now you got to cap it.
Oh, yeah.
Spare.
And he's all over it. So this ball is only going to add to his lead.
It will. putting the pressure on Nick early. Not the ball he was looking for. A little disappointment on that one. Drops 4. Leaves a 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. It's a makeable spare leave, though.
It is.
Just a little too full on the headpin. And a 7.
So a 118 first string for Keith Beaupre. Through box is completed. The difference is 19. And Nick Norcross, there's the spread eagle again, right through the middle of the headpin.
Eight's not a bad out of a spread eagle.
Not at all.
I know he's looking for something a lot bigger than that right now. He needs to gain some ground. Down 25 pins in the 9th.
He breaks up the split.
Right in between them. That's a sure way.
Oh yeah, that's your best shot. Best bet.
Caught the cap. You know, without that cap there, you still might get it on the outside.
Right.
With the cap in there, just got in the way.
So Nick is open in the last 2 for a 96 string. The deficit is 22 pins. And we'll be back with the second string of our championship ladder match between Nick Norcross and Keith Beaupre right after this timeout. Welcome back, everyone, to Classic Candlepins. This is the second string of our 5th ladder championship match between Nick Norcross and Keith Beaupre. Nick is our number 1 seed, starting out in the second string.
Not bad for the ocean. Misses the headpin, but has himself a 6-pin drop. And he comes up with a spare. What a way to get it started.
Through the first string, Keith had a 22-pin advantage, and Nick Norcross is looking to cut that down.
And he's going to drop 7 on the fill. Leaves the 3, 5, and 6. No wood.
Ooh. A little full in that 3. Triangle's a very tough shot, Scott.
Yes.
Scott.
He's 10. Triangles, the diamond. Just being able to carry those front 3 really is kind of a trick. You just got to be just soft enough on it. Too full, you go right through the middle.
Exactly. Here's Keith Beaupre.
I think he might steal the 4-pin.
I thought so, but as we know in candlepin bowling, very unexpected things happen.
Absolutely. Hit the foul line that time, but it didn't seem to affect where he was throwing it. Still has the 6 and the 10 over the corner.
It's a good bid. Generally, that is the object spot for
Absolutely.
for that type of shot.
Yep. Just didn't get anything going over that way where he wanted it to. It's a coin of phrase. Scored that a 9.
Yes, of course. Our good friend Kyle Bruce. The host of Classic Candlepins, not able to join us today, so we're taking the reins, helping him out.
trying to fill his very capable and illustrious shoes. Keith throw it at the 2 and the 5 for the piece of wood in front and catches the cap. That cap had trouble written all over it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the type of thing you want to stay away from. I doubt he was trying to play that cap.
No. Just let the ball get just a little too far left. And $9. So Nick's able to close the lead a little bit, down to 13. He's still behind.
It's very early though, Scott. Anything could happen. Seems though Nick is having a tough time finding the head pin.
He is. He definitely, he seems to be just not, something just seems not right with him right at the moment.
Yeah,
He'll fix it.
It's kind of uncharacteristic of him.
Well, the nickname like Eagle, you don't get that for throwing and leaving the Caleri.
That is true.
It's at the 1-5 for the 10 box. Nice.
And Scott, for being 23 years old, Nick, he's quite accomplished. He has a Western New England title, two Pro Series titles. He's been on TV, no stranger to TV, Candlepin for Kids, Candlepin Challenge. He's been on the Nation Show, that Candlepin New Gen runs, and New England Candlepins. Holds the house record at Woburn.
Yeah.
He's a 210.
Young bowler, and like you say, 23 years old. He's still got most of his career ahead of him.
Yeah.
It's 10. Nick is perfect through his first 4 in the second string.
So Keith Beaupre looking to protect his lead of 13 pins through boxes completed.
Good job today.
Keith leaving the 3-6-10. A little bit of wood up front, so if he misses left with the way it's angled, it might help him. I'd still shoot the 3-6.
I would too.
Wood. I don't think that's where he was going, but that's where it ended up going.
Was there a second piece of wood?
There was double wood there, yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, even without it though, it was kind of angled a little strange, and that would have been the place I would have gone for it anyway.
So a $9 for Keith. Still looking for his first mark of the second string. Loses a pinning count.
So far in just about every of these exchanges so far, he's lost a pin, at least a pin in count in the second string.
Over the course of 30 boxes, that will add up.
That will add up. It's 30 pins in 30 boxes. So it leaves a 2, 4, 5, 7. Oh, cut the 2 pin just in front of the 5, and he's not happy right now.
We should mention that was the check mark for Rich Lamoni.
Hey, who's putting in the nickel? You or me?
I'm not volunteering.
I've got pocket lint, so that's all I got.
So 4 consecutive 9 boxes for Keith Beaupre puts him at 36 through 4. Lead now down to 11 for Keith.
And Keith's been on the head pin the last 3 boxes and still had 3 9s to show.
Sure.
So hasn't really been able to take advantage.
Well,
hello.
It's not every day you just pick the 2 pin.
Yeah.
And only the 2 pin.
Only the 2 pin. Nice comeback ball.
Absolutely.
He's got the 1 and the 10 for $10. It'll be a 9. Respectable out considering the way it started.
Oh, absolutely.
Now you want to freak somebody out, take that 2-pin punch to any other part of the country. Usually you get the responses of like, what the?
Yeah, because there's really not much of an explanation for it.
No, I can't even explain it. I've been playing this game 40-something years.
I believe he's looking at the 2-7-8 for a spare.
It is. It would. And tried to finesse it off the sidewall. That's a pretty shot when it goes.
Oh, yeah.
He'll take another 9.
Puts Nick at 65 through 6.
He really kind of needs to capitalize on one of these boxes here, though. Keith is sort of in a little bit of a slump right now.
Yeah, he's kind of slowed down. And
yeah. I mean, Nick's been chipping away at it, but he's still got plenty of time. But you don't want to wait too long here to make your move if you can help it. Keith is still having trouble finding the head pin again. And he hasn't gotten a lot of great leaves lately. But this is makeable.
oh, yeah. In fact, this goes like 1.
Usually.
Oh, he put it in there.
Oh, look good.
Put it in a good spot. Maybe
Yes.
not the best spot, but a good bid nonetheless.
And a 10.
So he breaks the cycle of 9 boxes. Puts him at 46 through 46 half. Still looking for his first mark of the second string.
Grabs back a pin and count over Nick, opposite the 9 box.
Big ball.
And
The kingpin.
the kingpin, he's got 2 pieces of wood up there, but the front piece is right up on the lip. You always want to exercise a little bit of caution with that. Or you can just throw right over that piece of wood and carry out the 5 pin that way.
So there it is. He's got his first mark of the second string. Nick Norcross on the line. Finds the head pin.
There we go.
Now this is the Nick Norcross we're used to seeing.
Yes.
That's a great pocket hit.
But for him, with his cross alley ball coming left to right, I don't know how much of that 6 pin he can see. And that's what I was afraid of.
Well, good call.
I wish it wasn't a good call because I would have liked to have seen him make it.
I agree with you. Picks it up for a 10 nonetheless.
Head pin again. And this time he leaves the 10. And he can see that no problem.
Oh yeah, he's got another chance at a single. There it is.
All over it. Sparing the 8th for Nick Norcross. Keith Beaupre working on the spare. He wants to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, this fill is pivotal, I think.
If Nick can find his groove and Keith doesn't. That was not what he was looking for. You gotta take this box now and just sort of clear your mind, go back at the head pin and have an out of it.
I think he just kind of lost that first ball there, Scott.
Yeah,
Really-
just got away from him.
Which happens from time to time.
You know, there's no finger holes to stick your fingers into.
That is true.
It doesn't take much to just grip the ball just a little bit off, squeeze it just a little too tight. A whole variety of things that you could do to really sort of give yourself troubles.
Right.
And he's off again. It's the 4 horsemen left plus the 10 pin.
Not an easy shot,
No, sir.
but makeable.
Yep, I get it in the pocket. Both of these guys still seem to be finding their range here. Keith's just really seeming to have some difficulty right now, unlike last week.
Well, Scott, it's interesting you mentioned that because this is a championship match. Perhaps it's a totally different feel.
Absolutely. Not to mention that, but your 3-string total also seeds you into the Tournament of Champions.
That's true.
So it's not just enough to win this match. You want to win this match with as much as you possibly can to improve your seeding in the Tournament of Champions.
Of course. So Nick fills his spare with 6.
Leaves the 4-horseman right and hangs that ball out left.
And through boxes completed, cuts the lead down to 3.
And an 8. A little late action here. Maybe something to go over and grab the 10.
No such luck.
Good news is it's an 8-pin drop. The bad news is you've got the 4 and the 10 and no wood to help.
Certainly was an interesting mix. Took a while.
Yes. Yes. I remember seeing Tom Surratt punch 2 in fairway one time, and then you start getting the domino effect. He had, I believe it was the 8-pin with about 300 pieces of wood in front of it, and he threw the ball in, and everything went right around the 8-pin.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen a bowler look so angry before. Tom was an awesome bowler.
Yeah, indeed.
And certainly his son Jeff is an incredible
course.
bowler as well. Keith, again off the head pin. He is still being very deliberate, though. You see him; he's checking his positioning on the floor. He's trying to find his mark again, trying to work it out. He knows he's whatever it is that's off is just off by just a shade.
And I think he's being deliberate because, as we've discussed, we know that every pin counts.
Absolutely.
Especially of a match of this caliber.
Absolutely.
So an 8-box puts him at 80 through 9.
Nick Norcross at this point is still down by 3 pins, but he's closed the gap. Keith on the head pin leaves a side saddle triangle, 3-5-9. Do you rather throw at a side saddle triangle or a frontward facing one?
The side saddle, I think.
You like the side saddle?
I do.
I just don't like the inverse triangle.
Oh, that's awful. That's, that's a painful shot.
And a 9-box for Keith.
So an uncharacteristic 89 string puts him at 207 after 2. Nick Norcross sits at 204 after 2. The lead is 3 pins for Keith Beaupre. We'll be back with our 3rd string of the 5th Classic Candlepins Championship ladder after this timeout. Welcome back. We're here with, I'm here with Scott Moore. My name is Frank Face, and we are at the Classic Candlepins Championship match of the 5th ladder series. This is for entry to the Tournament of Champions, Scott.
This is for all the marbles.
And it's a matchup between Nick Norcross and Keith Beaupre. Keith leads at this point after 2 by 3. As he gets us started here. Use the 1, 3, 6, 4, 7?
7, yeah, that's the 7 on the corner.
Yes. My least favorite pin.
Oh, well.
Just missed his object.
Normal bowlers don't have a problem with the 7. It's the 10 pin.
Define normal, yeah.
A little bit of righty-lefty fun,
Of course.
It's all good.
No hard feelings, Scott.
No, none whatsoever.
So Keith gets us started with an 8-box. Keith is 23 years of age. Bowls out of downtown Peabody. High single of 192. High triple of 461. High 5 of 713. That's impressive. And there's There's a big ball there.
7-13, and that is for 5 strings, boys and girls,
Yes.
as Don Gillis would say.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
The late great.
The late great.
The one and only. That's why we're doing what we're doing, Scott.
That's it.
And he
Nice
finds a spare.
Keeping the legacy of Candlepin bowling alive. And Nick Norcross.
Nick Norcross starting out with the strike, the third strike.
I love the log jam, all pushing in towards the 10-pin.
Yes.
There was
Those
no
are
way
fun to
that
watch.
10-pin was. There was no way that 10-pin was surviving that.
No chance.
That's an onslaught right there.
And here is a big fill, Scott. On the head pin. Did we have a double?
Is they gonna go? Well, the 5
No.
went. The 10 still sticking around. He didn't get the memo. I think Nick wants that piece of wood out of there.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you got a guide in there and everything.
Yes.
He is all over it. Spare on strike. And that will catapult Nick Norcross into the lead.
And he's happy about it because he was showing a little bit of body English.
Well, I coached him in between the 2nd and 3rd string. I'm coaching Nick Norcross. How funny is that?
Well, you taught him some good dance moves then. A big fill for Keith Beaupre. Leaves just the head pin.
That's the ultimate in not bad for the ocean.
Yes, it is, indeed.
But no, good fill. And we're going to have Brian. He's going to go run down and have a look at that wood.
Oh, look at those beautiful faces.
Hey.
Actually, there's only one beautiful face. This guy.
Oh, no. You're the frank face. I'm just here for laughs.
Well, laughing at me.
No, not at all. Not at all.
All over
another
it.
spare. Not away.
So he responds to the call of Nick Norcross.
Send that pin back down to lane 7. I may have to sharpen my pencil shortly.
I hope so. That
I
means
know, it's
we're
great.
Filling in some marks.
Yes, I like putting some smudges on the sheet.
Oh, and there's a big fill.
Hey, does it get any better than that? That'll be 3 marks in a row for Keith.
Scott, get your pencil sharpener ready.
I am getting it ready. I got lead in my pencil and I am all set and ready to rock.
Nick Norcross filling the spare. Breaks up the split, fills it with a 6.
Gives himself the 2, 4, 5, and 7. And he leaves the 5.
Just a bit light on that. Keith is not making this easy, Scott.
No, sir. Nor should he.
Well, of course.
Nor should he. Keep the pedal to the metal.
Well, when you're competing in a match like this, that's what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Nick's back on the head pin, leaves a triangle.
Through box is complete. Keith is back in the lead by 4 pins with that pair of spares and the strike fill.
He's all over it.
If you're going to get hot, now's the time.
Yes.
For both bowlers.
We should note that Keith does have 3 marks in a row.
Yes, we did.
And we have no money to give him.
Yeah. Maybe someday.
Well, we're all here for pride anyhow.
Yeah.
Bowling for pride.
That's it. Pride is a good thing to bowl for. And
nearly a double.
Oh, he was hoping that 8-pin would fall forward. Four-pin sitting there all by itself.
And he's got his 4th mark in a row. Scott, we knew it was gonna get exciting quickly.
Yep. I was coaching Keith in between the matches too. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. That sounds good anyway. 5 on the fill.
So that fill will give him 82 at the half. Great start.
It is. Certainly a different cadence to this string than the 2 earlier ones.
Yes.
So finish on a high.
And what a bid. The Caleri strikes again.
Yep. That head pin sort of seemed to slide into the pit before it had a chance to sort of roll at the 9.
Right.
That'll be a $9.
So his streak of marks will end, but through 6 that leaves him at 91.
Not a bad place to be.
Absolutely not.
If I got to pick a neighborhood to be in, 91 through 6 is a good neighborhood.
I certainly agree. Filling the mark is Nick Norcross, leaves the 4 horsemen right with wood. Very helpful wood.
Yes, all he has to do is hit the 2 pins up in the front, and everything else should be automatic behind it, even with the double wood in there.
There it is. So Nick Norcross is now on the hunt.
He wants a big fill here. That was not it. Half whisker left.
And he knew it.
He did. Threw his hands up in the air as soon as he let the ball go.
In this situation, Scott, you just want to get as many pins as possible.
They're grabbing pins at this point. Pinning. That's what the name of the game is. That's why you still have that 3rd ball.
So after 6, Keith Beaupre is back in the lead, as he has been for a while, by 12 pins.
Nick only had the lead for about 2 boxes
at
the beginning of this string, but Keith, with a run of 4 marks, has certainly got it back. Still not without a reach, though.
This is true. Still anyone's game.
Yep.
4 boxes is quite a way to go.
For only 12 pins, absolutely.
Right.
Keith has the 1, 3, 7, 10 piece of wood in front of the 10. A little too full on the head pin that time.
It's a good bid.
Split him a little bit more.
And we're glad you're joining us here in downtown Amesbury for our entire crew. Scott Moore. My name is Frank Face. This is Classic Candlepins. We would encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find us on Facebook. Come to a taping. Whatever you can do, come support us.
Support Candlepin bowling.
Greatest sport in the world, Scott.
Absolutely.
A big hit there.
9-pin drop. And just like last week too, good to point out the contrasting styles. Nick does not throw the very hard, heavy ball that that Keith is throwing, but both of them extremely effective bowlers and nice spare. It doesn't matter your size, it doesn't matter your strength. There's always that right mix of accuracy and strength, and you just have to find it on your own when you're out there on the lanes.
As Nick has done.
Absolutely. Nick is right there on the head pin again. And oh, he just pulled it past. He needed that one.
Yeah.
He wanted that one badly.
That was vital.
And a 10 bucks. The other cool part about it, and I always talk to kids about it, is it doesn't matter your skill level in the game. When you bowl in a team, in a league,
right?
There's no bench. You can't, if you're the lowest skilled bowler on the team, you still have to step up when your team is down by 2 or 3 pins. They can't replace you like in baseball with somebody else. Nice spare for Nick Norcross. Keith Beaupre going to his last 2, working on a mark.
So that'll put Nick Norcross at 102 plus a ball through 8.
The difference is 10 pins in favor of Keith, not including the 2 fill balls coming up. 1 from Keith, 1 from Nick. And that was not the ball he wanted to throw there. 4 in the fill. 113 through 8. He turned away as soon as he threw that.
Yeah, as soon as he let go of that one, he knew it.
He's got the 1 and the 10 left. Nice 10 box.
A great 10 box.
So the door is open for Nick Norcross. Keith is again off the head pin. Makeable spare though.
Yeah, normally I don't like the A-pin back there, but
got a piece of wood in the back covering it. I think
very
pretty
helpful. Yep.
You get the 3 in the front, the 8 pin's pretty much gone. 9 times out of 10. Just like that.
There it is.
Spare up in the 10th. 133 plus a ball. I just want to say it's been a lot of fun working with you here today.
Scott, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for...
If the opportunity ever arises again. Nice 9 fill.
Which I'm sure it will. Thanks for sitting in and calling a match with us. That's a 142 string for Keith Beaupre. Nick Norcross has a lot of work to do.
He has a mountain to climb right now.
And he starts out by
start climbing it.
filling a spare with 9. He's got another single pin spare opportunity. Yes.
Nice spare. Through the 8th box. Nick is trailing by 5, but he's up against a 10 with a spare showing and a ball to go.
Breaks up the split.
7 on the fill. 128 through 9.
He's going to need this one, Scott.
He needs the spare. And he missed
will
it.
Not get it.
That will end our match. Nick Norcross at a 138. So Keith Beaupre is 142.
And our winner is Keith Beaupre with a 349, 7-pin lead over Nick Norcross with a 342. We hope you enjoyed our match here in Classic Candlepin, the championship match of the 5th ladder. Keith Beaupre will be joining us in the Tournament of Champions later this summer. We'll be back to speak with our bowlers after this timeout.
Welcome back to downtown Amesbury, everybody. My name is Frank Face, and I'm joined with Scott Moore. We're joined by our number 1 seed of the 5th men's Classic Candlepins ladder. This is Nick Norcross, who threw a 342 in our championship match, was defeated by Keith Beaupre. Nick, you bowled well today. You missed a couple shots, and you weren't breaking up the splits like you usually do. It wasn't working in your favor today. What do you think?
It really all goes back to that first string when I just was still trying to get comfortable. And I got 1 spare, and I went through the middle and then just kind of fought myself the rest of the way. And then the last string, I missed that last shot in the end. I had a 2 fill. I missed a 9 drop. That all adds up, basically, really, right there. That was the whole match for me, but oh well.
Well, Scott and I were saying that you maintained pinning very well. You kept it close, 7 pins.
Yes.
So
I just wanted to ask you. You're in that last box. You know you need the mark to win or to have a crack at winning because you still needed to fill it. You're standing up on the approach, and you're thinking, I just need these 3 pins. What are you thinking? What are you saying to yourself?
I knew I needed it in the end, and then my ball just sometimes, if I throw it to the left, it's going to break to the right. In that instance, I was kind of playing a little safe, thinking the ball was just going to come up in the end, and it didn't. You know, just missed by a fraction or a whisker or something. But I knew I needed the mark, and I knew the ball was just going to slide by it, and that was not the way to do it. But
yeah, it was still a heck of an effort, though. You got nothing to be ashamed of. Great bowling today.
thank you.
You bowled well, Nick. We hope to have you back. Congratulations for getting this far.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
And here's our winner, Keith Beaupre. Keith, congratulations.
Thank you.
Bowled very well today.
Thank you.
You won 2 consecutive matches to get to where you are now, so you'll be returning to join us in the Tournament of Champions in August. A 349, close match with Nick. You bowled very well. You had a tough middle string, very uncharacteristic of you, but you stuck with it and pulled through.
Yeah, I was consistent through the day. I had 2 349s for my matches, through the week. So at least I kept it going, and I just bounced back because I knew I had to keep going with Nick bowling against me. I know he's a very competitive bowler, so didn't want to slip up.
I'll ask you a similar question. Nick's got that 3-pinner there, and you're watching. I happen to see you, and you kind of turned away. You weren't watching. You want to tell us what you were thinking at that moment?
I just knew if that was the only chance he had, and if he made it, I was very doubtful about winning. So, yeah. I mean, I'm usually confident, but when the lead's that close, it's kind of hard to be confident. So.
Very good. Yeah,
well, Keith, you did what you had to, and we'll see you back at the Tournament of Champions. Thank you very much for bowling, and congratulations.
Thank you again.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us on Classic Candlepins. We hope to see you over the summertime for the Tournament of Champions.
We have a conclusion to Ladder Championship Saturday and a new ladder champion, the 5th entry into the Classic Candlepins Tournament of Champions. Frank, Keith Beaupre does enough to defeat Nick Norcross 349 to 342. There was a 142 third string to stave off the 138 third string of Nick Norcross, and we see 3 trends that really pop out here, which shows why Keith won.
Absolutely. I mean, there are a number of pins standing for Keith. That was actually almost double what Norcross left standing. Keith had a very tough second string, but was able to regather his thoughts and you know, perhaps put his game back into check. Comes back with that 142 for the win. Kyle, 8 single attempts, 7 of them made. That's the difference maker. I mean, and you see in the third string, Nick Norcross missed the single pin. You know, that could have made up his 7 pins or 8 pins for the victory. And you know, that's why Candlepin bowling is so frustrating at times.
But it's still the greatest game in the world, and we saw Nick struggle to find the head pin the first couple of strings, but he finds it. It's 7.4 average on his first ball for that in that third string, and really started to put it together. But as you mentioned, 7 out of 8 on singles for Keith, and he does enough to, you know, again, he throws 349, and I believe he'll be the 3rd seed in the Tournament of Champions, and shaping up to be a great tournament.
Absolutely. We have a lot to look forward to in August.
Yes, that we do. Hopefully we'll be doing it the last Saturday in August. I'm sure that's familiar to some of our Candlepin bowling faithful. But in any event, we have a new ladder champion. Keith Beaupre is our 5th Tournament of Champions entry. And for the entire crew here, and Frank, face.
Of course.
There's only one.
Don't forget that.
I shouldn't. It was the dramatic pause.
Thank you.
I'm Kyle Bruce. Thank you for watching Classic Candlepins, and we'll see you in the next ladder, which we hope to have mixed doubles.
Looking forward to that. That'll be new for us.
I know it. I'm excited too. Thank you. Take someone Candlepin bowling. Have a great day.